Hi, and welcome to the 13th of September. Today we're going to be talking about energy and what is important in energy. And we're going to start up with a warm-up. I want you to name 3 things you used this morning that have or use energy. So we're going to be doing that. Now, energy is just the ability to do work or to cause change. Name 2 things that are energy or have energy. So you're going to do that. Work is when a force moves an object. So thinking about the force of your hand picking up a pencil. And force is either a push or a pull. Think about that when you picked up that pencil. Did you push it? Did you pull it? Which did you do? There are 2 main kinds of energy. One is potential. Potential just means it's stored and energy is not being used. So look at these 3 pictures. On these 3 pictures, you've got the guy picking up the bowling ball and holding it. You've got a rocket sitting here just waiting to go. And then you've got somebody pushing down on a spring. Now, kinetic energy is energy being used or energy in motion. So think of those 3 things again, like pushing that ball down the alley, taking off in this rocket, or letting go of the spring. All of those are energy in motion. So to demonstrate potential energy in the classroom, we're going to have a ball sitting on your desk. You are going to take that ball and you're going to draw what the potential energy looks like and then what the kinetic energy looks like. And then I have you do some potential versus kinetic energy questions. Now, one of the types of potential energy is called elastic potential energy. We find this in rubber bands, in springs, and an arrow being drawn. So all of those things are elastic potential. You're pulling back on something elastic and then you're going to release it eventually. Gravitational potential is when an object is above where it's going to go to. So think about a rock resting on top of a hill. In this question, you're going to tell me whether it's potential or kinetic energy. Now, the law of conservation of energy tells me that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, it just changes forms. So we'll look at these 5 or 4 examples. You've got an ice cream cone, which is chemical, being changed into somebody riding a bike. You've got radiant energy from the sun, which is known as electromagnetic energy, that's going to be changed into chemical in a plant during photosynthesis. You've got gasoline, which is chemical, being changed into motion in a car. And you've got electrical in a plug that's going to be changed into thermal in an oven. So we've got 6 different forms of energy. They're both potential and kinetic, and they are mechanical, which is just the energy of moving parts, an old-fashioned pencil sharpener, a mousetrap, a bike. All those are mechanical. Then you've got thermal or heat energy. This is energy that has heat in it, such as a radiator, a cup of coffee, or even a snowman. Chemical energy is energy in chemical bonds, such as food, gasoline, batteries. All of those things have chemical energy in them. The other 3 are electrical energy. This is moving electrical charges, such as across power lines, in a box in your house that you plug into, or a lightning bolt. Electromagnetic energy is light energy. Okay, so that's the sun. It's a light bulb. It's X-rays. It's radio waves. And the last form is nuclear energy, and this is when a nucleus of an atom either splits or gets fused together, giving off a huge amount of energy. In the next thing, I ask you to tell me what type of energy each one of these is. Endergonic versus exergonic energy. Endergonic energy is absorbed from its surroundings. Okay, so you're taking energy in, such as this pot of boiling water is taking energy in from the stove. Baking bread's taking energy in from the oven. Frying an egg takes energy in, again, from this pan getting hot, and photosynthesis taking sunlight energy in. Now, exergonic is when you release energy out into the world, such as in fires, in different types of steam. Freezing ice, even, is an exergonic reaction. So, energy transformations and conversions between forms of energy. A change from one form of energy to another is called energy conversion. Think about this guy heating the chemical energy here to give him energy to move around. So that's chemical to mechanical. Or take the electrical energy in a toaster oven, heating up your bread, giving thermal energy. So all of these are conversions. Usually all conversions have heat associated with it. So energy can be converted, which means transformed or changed to another form. Food is potential chemical energy. When you eat it, you break down those bonds, that energy is released out into your cells, then it becomes kinetic mechanical energy as you run, jump, write, walk, any of those things. And then finally, it goes into thermal energy or heat energy as you release that into your body. Think about energy conversion taking place in a flashlight. So, batteries are chemical energy that go to wires in the flashlight, which make electrical energy, which gives you light and heat, which gives you electromagnetic energy. So you are going to label this energy conversion in your notes. So here's one for an electric pencil sharpener, a heating pad, a plant. Now again, back to the law of conservation of energy. When one form of energy is converted into another, no energy is destroyed in that process. Energy also cannot be created or destroyed. So the total amount of energy is the same before and after any process. All energy is accounted for. When you read about conserving energy, don't get it confused with the law of conservation of energy. Conserving energy just means to save it and not waste it. In science, energy is always conserved because its total quantity does not change. So when you think about a pendulum, this is a continuous conversion between kinetic and potential. So as we're looking at this, when it gets to its highest point, it's potential energy, and when it gets to its lowest point, it has used the kinetic energy to arrive there. Waterfalls are the same way. Waterfalls use gravitational potential energy. So as it goes from here to here, then it becomes kinetic energy or moving energy. Look at this picture. Potential energy would have been here, kinetic energy is here. There are two types of energy, as we know, potential and kinetic. Potential just means it's stored. Kinetic means it's movement. We know that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only changed. 6 forms of energy are mechanical, chemical, nuclear, electromagnetic, thermal, and electrical. Energy can change from one form to another, but not be created nor destroyed. So describe what is happening in each one of these panels. have you do that. Where do we get electricity from? I want you to look at this real life power plant and then look at the YouTube video. How many people does it take to turn on a light bulb? Where do we get electrical energy from, and how is electricity made? Again, another video you need to watch. Then we go electricity from nuclear energy, and here is a video on how that happens. Electricity from hydropower, another video on how that happens. Electricity from wind energy, another video on how that happens. Electricity from geothermal, with another video. Electricity from the sun, with another video. And then we're going to take a virtual field trip on renewable energy sources. Our exit ticket for this part is, when you own a house, which form of energy will be best for you and the environment? Why? I will have you look at these terms for a model. You're going to look at the word component and know that it means parts of the system. Boundaries are where energy begins and ends, okay? So where it comes in and out of the system. Input is energy that comes in to a component. Output is what it gives off from that component. Transfer just means it's going to go from one place to another. You usually use arrows to show this. Transformation just means what does it change into. And then there are 4 types of reactions. Endergonic, we absorb energy. Exergonic, we release energy. Endothermic, we absorb heat. And exothermic, we release heat.